Hello, hello, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. It is LALV26, and we are super live here with all your updates from TSP HQ Los Angeles. Listen, the solo runner start happened this morning, just moments ago from the Santa Monica Pier. We have 30 solo athletes from around the world. We're going to introduce you to all of them in this super live episode, and they are on their way from LA to Vegas. 30 different athletes, 30 different motivations, all running on foot from LA to Vegas. Maybe 340 miles, maybe 300 miles, maybe 320 miles, maybe 280 miles, maybe 390 miles. I don't know. It's your experience. Do what you want to do. Hashtag no rules. Hashtag. Anyway, so we're going to be here with super live episodes all week long. We're starting today with the solo race. We're going to be here all the way through the end of the week, Saturday, Friday, Saturday with the relay. We'll be live from Las Vegas at some point. So please subscribe, turn on your notifications. Every time a super live episode drops, you will be in the know to what happens super live. We could have made it live, but we're too live for live, so we are super live. So start of the relay happened this morning. Again, we're going to introduce you to all the solo runners, but we had some of our people out at the start line. We had Tam circling everyone around, grounding them before they started. We had Jarek, of course, hyping everybody up, counting down, getting everybody fired up before they took off. And then we had Tommy and Faith out at the start, giving us the sights and sounds, talking to people. Faith sent us in some footage, and so here's Faith and a couple of views from the start line.
Hey y'all, it's Faith. We're out here at beautiful 4 a.m. watching the solo runners take on the speed project, over 300 miles of change, transformation in the desert. Stay tuned, follow along, and we'll keep you posted.
My name is Ime Body. I'm from the UK. I am about to take on the speed project, running 500 kilometers from LA to Vegas. And I'm really nervous, but I'm so excited to see the desert. To get to Vegas, I've never run in the US before, so I'm just excited to run in the US.
Very thoughtful, Malcolm.
Right. Who are you? What's happening here?
I'm Zach. I'm from Queens, New York, Jackson Heights.
Zach's crazy.
And what are you about to do?
I'm about to run to Vegas. Starting at Santa Monica Pier, and we're going to the desert. That's it.
You guys gotta back up. Hello, come on. Just making sure you did it all the way, you know?
Come on now. Okay. Alright. So if you don't know, if you're new here, you say this thing called no spectators. No spectators means radical participation. So if you are standing over here, you must radically participate. So I'm going to ask you to repeat after me and do it loudly. Let's wake up everybody that's staying at hotels over there. All right? Be cool. We're going to curse a little bit, but that's fine. It's Monday. Up to it! Up to it! Down to it! Down to it! Fuck those! Fuck those! Don't do it! We don't do it! We run through it! We run through it! Like we used to it! Like we used to it! Run, motherfucker! Run! Run, motherfucker! Run! 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Jarek. We'll see much, much more of you all very soon. As I mentioned, you saw on camera there, 30 different solo athletes. We want to introduce you to all of them. Yesterday in yesterday's, what am I trying to say? I got it. Yesterday in the solo runner safety meeting, Nils had every solo runner stand up, introduce themselves, say where they were from, and share why they are running LALV. And it was so moving just to hear all the different experiences. Some folks have run 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 speed project experiences. Some folks, this is their first time ever running a TSP experience. Some folks are running because they're trying to challenge the current record. The current standing record is 75 hours. They said, I'm after that record. Other folks are running because they are trying to model what possibility is for their grandchildren. They're running because they have fought their own demons. They're running to represent their communities. They are running as a political act. And so across these 30, it's really inspiring to hear all the different reasons that people are choosing to come and run 300 plus miles from LA to Vegas. So I want to shout them out. Arriving at the start line is such an accomplishment in its own right. And so regardless of what happens out there on those desert roads, just showing up at the start should be commended. So big salute, big love to all the solo athletes. So without further ado, here they are from the top in no particular order. We have Jen Curtis from New York. Jen is coming back. She ran it last year solo. She's running it this year solo without a crew. Jen is out there solo, super solo, hashtag super solo. So thank you for coming back, Jen, and continue to run with so much purpose. Tony Ross lives in LA and LV, so she's connecting it herself. She actually is running solo, and then she's going to go back and run the relay on Friday, which is just super wild. Shout out to Tony. Tony is also back running it again this year after last year. Guadalupe Cambero from Pasadena. Sydney Valerio also ran in 25, is back in 26. Sydney's from the Bronx. You'll hear there's a nice little delegation, a little contingent from the Bronx we're going to hear from. Ymir Adamez, you know her, you love her. This is her 7th TSP experience. She's also from the Bronx. Michelle Wong is from Canada. Kavana McCraney is from Compton. Kavana also ran last year. This is her 3rd TSP. I just want to shout out, maybe there's a couple others, that Tony, Sydney, Ymir, Kavana, Jen, all part of our Radical Equity program, our REP program. It's an initiative that was introduced by Tilly and Malcolm. Thank you all so much for all the work that you've done to bring equity and access and representation into our solo field and our experiences. It is a commitment to building a 50% of our solo field being folks who are women or non-binary identifying, and trying to make sure that we have that representation and equity in our solo field. So thank you to Tilly and Malcolm, and also all the athletes who have come in and helped us make that happen. Laura Eakin is from Overland Park, Kansas, which I believe is near Kansas City, Kansas City, Missouri. I'm not sure. Laura, you got to let us know. I also got to look at a map. That's a map of LA. I need a map of the Midwest. Okay. Julia Ryan is from Munich, Germany. Julia ran Chamonix. Now she's running solo, LALV. Chloe Legal from Marseille. Alina Maria Pantis from Frankfurt, Germany. A couple more from the Bronx, from BX. Leonexi Oyola, a.k.a. Lexi. Andrea Smith, a.k.a. Drea, both from the Bronx, both here running. Emo Badi is from London. Emo has run tons of ultra trail. She's got FKTs. Super excited to see what she does. She's getting a lot of love and a lot of support. Thank you for being here, Amo. Esther Sun is from Seattle, Washington. Dennis Roloff from Hamburg, Germany. Mitchie Paul from Boston. Mitchie is representing Boston. Stood up on his bench, was like, I'm running for my city of Boston, running for representation. Mitchie also allegedly is going to run the OG route, which OGs know as the route through Death Valley. Josh Harris from San Francisco, Sergio Turul from Barcelona, Spain, Andrew Friedman from Brooklyn, New York, Zach McCurdy from New York City, Reed Bush from Seattle, Washington, Eddie Vicente, also from the Bronx. Eddie and Ymir are running together, a little solo duolo. Johnny Ramos from Tucson, Arizona. Johnny is trying to run this thing as fast as he can. He previously won Saddles 100. Excited that Johnny's back and running this race, a very talented athlete. Andy Alvarez from Germany has run a couple of races with us. Andy has a beautiful story. Excited to see how his race experience goes. Lupe Bobadilla is from Baltimore, representing Baltimore hard, is running as a political act, is representing the immigrant community. Thank you, Lupe, for being here, running with such purpose. Gregory Willis from Pleasant Hill. Bing, a.k.a. Timothy Bing, a.k.a. Smithy Bing, a.k.a. Scotty Bing from the DMV, representing Washington, D.C. Thank you for being here, Mr. Bing. Malcolm Ebanks, you know him, you love him, the one and only, running unsupported from New York City, his 3rd, maybe 4th TSP LALV solo. He does so much more with us. Malcolm, so much appreciation for you. Biel is our first ever signed TSP athlete. He is a Brazilian who lives in Berlin, and this is his first LALV. Very excited to see what Biel does. We'll hear a little bit more from him in just a minute. Darren Norwood is from Oakland, and Abraham Singleton is from Las Vegas. He's just going to run home from Santa Monica. He ran with DTK last year. Thank you for being here, Abraham. So that is our solo field, 30 different athletes from around the world, again, running for so many different reasons. Excited to continue to meet them this week. I mentioned Biel, our TSP athlete. He was here in studio over the weekend. We had a chance to chat about where his mind was before this solo race, and here's a conversation with Biel. Enjoy. Hey everybody, so we are here with someone who actually needs no introduction whatsoever. Biel, nice to see you. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Nice to see you too.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. So we first met you at Sissy in Berlin, and then you came and you ran Chamonix, and now you are prepped to run LALV for the first time. You've been in Flagstaff training. Wonder if you could tell us a little bit about what your time in Flagstaff has been like and what your focus has been there over the past few weeks.
Yeah, my time there was more focusing in running in trails and also adapting to the weather because Berlin was really cold, lots of snow, running under minus 10 degrees, you know. But I did the heaviest part of the training there. So Flagstaff was like not go too hard because also you are at high altitude, but just like maintain the engine and get used to running hills and trails basically.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that, like you said, the terrain is super different than running in the city in Berlin in the dead of winter. I'm wondering also, a lot of the visuals that you had from Flagstaff it feels adjacent to desert and mountains and canyons, and I'm wondering, as you take on this race, was there anything that connected you there visually and mentally to prepare what this was?
Yeah, it was dreamy place for sure. I had also the opportunity to run in the Grand Canyon, so you know, you just like in this beautiful landscape. That place they are there for I don't know how many millions of years. You had a chance to run there, so everything was like really overwhelming, and I really enjoy. Gonna miss like amazing sunsets. Arizona sunsets is definitely a thing, and yeah, there was like really precious time for sure.
Maybe you could just make it an annual thing. You could enjoy Arizona sunsets for a little bit at the beginning of each year.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm already booking my calendar for next year.
Excellent. A couple more questions I wanted to ask is, I know that when you ran Chamonix, it was a last-minute decision. You had never run trails, you'd never run solo and supported. You just like jumped right into it. As you've had more time to prepare for this race, can you talk a little bit about what your mindset going into next week is?
Yeah, I think what it changed for me now, I can understand a little bit more how is this long format beyond 250 miles, 300 miles. That is like also running from point A to point B. I think like for sure Chamonix gave me a lot of experience. I'm gonna not repeat some mistakes that I did there. And that's like what ultra running is, you know, you always get a little bit better with your past experience. That's like sports or life.
Yeah, I mean, since Chamonix, you ran the 24-hour championships, 250K there, and so you've had, it seems, these incremental experiences that have led up to next week, running to Vegas. Last question, just curious, what is it that you're hoping to get out of this race experience over the next 3, 4, 5 days?
Man, I hope I get to Vegas.
Yeah. Deal. Yeah.
That's what I hope, you know, like Chamonix I didn't finish. And this one is my first event. It's my first TSP event as a TSP athlete. So I'm really looking forward. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah. And I hope I will make it to Vegas.
Yeah. I will see you in Vegas.
Yes.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking some time. Looking forward to seeing what happens. You can follow him at Biel Runs, and we'll have more with TSP LALV26 soon. And as you can see, 47 minutes or so into the solo start. And this has been episode 1 of SUPERLIVE. Listen, I got to tell you all about something. So we could have done a live stream. We're too live for a live stream. So we're doing a super live stream. So this for you is minute 12, 13, 14?
13.
For the solo runners, it might be minute 47. But for us, SUPERLIVE encompasses all of that. There's another concept of mega live that you may learn about later. That's what they call a teaser in the business. Okay, before we go, I just want to show our map so you can get a sense of what we'll keep an eye on. I need a mic stand. No, I got it. Hey, don't worry, y'all. This is pro move right here. Is it blocking the map? Hold on. I'm just going to raise my voice a little bit. So the pink you can see here are our solo athletes. So this is Santa Monica, the pier where they ran out from. They're headed out now here. And just to give you a sense of where we're at, OG route goes this direction. So you can already see some athletes are coming this way on the newly discovered route that is currently the record holding route. So that would be coming out here to, thank you sir, coming out here towards Rancho Cucamonga and then popping up and running parallel to I-15. So we'll keep an eye on that. It is super early, you know what I mean? It is, again, less than an hour in because we are #SuperLive, which is the only way to be. I'm your host, Scotty Crow. Thank you so much for being here. Faith is going to come in from the start. She's going to be in the mix. We're going to come back as soon as we have another update in a couple hours. So keep it tuned. I would say maybe subscribe, maybe even turn on notifications so you can find out every time we drop a new Super Live episode. Thank you all again so much for joining this, and we will be back very, very, very extremely soon. It's okay.